This video is sponsored by Utopia Toys and Models. Use my reviewer code to get 20% off your next purchase at utopiatoysandmodels.com. Hey, what's up? Come with me, y'all, if you want to see the next iteration in my anime reviews. That is SH Figuarts My Hero Academia Izuku Midoriya. We'll see if this Deku is doo-doo or good for you. So let's do it. What is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where I unbox, give you my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, get notified when we have new videos, and if you're already doing that, thank you so very much. Huge shout out again to our sponsor is Utopia Toys and Models.com. Use my reviewer code GBA2025 to get 20% off anything in their store, either online or in store. And something you can get 20% off of is this figure right here. This is Bandai's SH Figuarts Deku or Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. And so we know that right now we are on a little bit of a hiatus on the anime. The anime is getting ready to end. I know the manga has already ended, but such a really good show if you're not watching it. Basically, in a nutshell, everyone has powers except this guy, born without powers, or they're called quirks, but then he inherits the greatest quirk of all, called One for All, and this is the story of how he became the greatest superhero alive. And so we've got my lovely bunch of Dekus right here, but we're going to take a look at the figure art, see how it stacks up. And so the ones that you see right here on the left right here, or your right, is the total anime Deku. Then we got the 5-inch McFarlane, we've got the anime heroes, and then we have the 7-inch McFarlane, and now we've got this. So we'll see which one gives you the best bang for your buck and which one you should go with, and give you my unbiased opinion on this figure. So first of all, let's move you guys out of the way. We got my Hero lineup in the back too as well, and so I'm going to get these guys moved. Bye-bye now. And let's take a look at the packaging. So as we take a look at this, I mean, very nice. I love the product shots. I love the colors. Again, My Hero, very good. There we go. We got a picture of Midoriya right there. We got another picture of his different poses and eyes and faces that you can put on. Some more stuff. Now, one of the things, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, is they're going to be releasing some accessories separate to go with him and with Bakugo, but we will talk about that later. But this is some more poses. The bottom, the top, there's the UPC symbol if you need to scan that. I believe you can pick this guy up anywhere from $70 to $90 or 20% off at Utopia Toys and Models. And so, but let's do this. Let's get it out of the box and onto my table so we can play around with it. So let's talk about young Midoriya, and here he is right here on my table and all the accessories you get. First impressions out of the box. One of the cool things I love about figure arts, I can just let it all kind of hang out, but it is all here. So what you get included is you get another hair piece. So not herpes, but hair piece. You get that. You also get this face with the with his One for All kind of eyes going, his glowing blue right there, and it has a removable hair piece as well. You get this angry looking face of Deku, then you get this kind of happy angry, I don't know, whatever it looks like right there. Very nice. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of regular hands, and then you get this black whip hand here, and then you get part of his like cape from his vigilante kind of like almost his vigilante mode there, which would be cool if we had the vigilante outfit, but we don't. But this is cool nonetheless. And then you get the figure himself. And so we'll move these accessories to the side. What you're looking at from a height standpoint, you're looking at about, from an inches standpoint, about 5 3/4 centimeters. In the metric system, you're looking at 14.5 centimeters. So very, very nice, very cool looking figure so far, but let's bring him in for a closer look. And just taking a look at the details, really, really digging it. Love the gradient in the hair. The face, it's a little more rounded than most of the other Dekus that we got here. From an animation accuracy, I think it looks really good. I do kind of like Total Anime's face a little bit better, and we'll compare those two here in just a moment, because I think that's the two that you're going to be looking at. Very cool. You can kind of see the bottom of his mask, kind of from his vigilante mode there. But really nice work. The belt is loose, so that way you can do some things. Looks like here's got a little bit of overspray here on his closed hands, which no bueno right there. But everything else is very cleanly done. There's the back right here. Nice little, he patterned his outfit after All Might with his ears there, or his hair. But very, very good. There's the Deku butt. There is it just looks really good, feels good in the hands. Nice, nice, nice. And so from an articulation standpoint, you do get the head bobbing movement, head twirl, twist and twizzle. You get in and out, butterfly, up. You can T right there, twist more than a 90 degree. You get some movement here too as well. Circle, 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 boom, boom, boom. Upper ab crunch, lower ab crunch, twisty, twisty. You can do. You do get almost the Van Damme, but not quite. You get twisty, kick up front, kick up, a kick a little bit back, but his butt gets in the way. Then you get more than a 90 degree bend there. You got twisty here. Boom, boom, boom. I love the huge shoes. It's almost like Sonic feet there. But you should be able to get this guy in some very cool poses, like that right there. Yes, good old Midoriya. And then you can take this, the cape plugs in right back here, and you can pop that on as well and just plug it in there, and you can have it just kind of, he's like looking to the side or looking down there. Yes, I'm Batman. No, he's not Batman, but looks so good. I am really digging this figure so far. One of the things I wish it had a plug-in where you can kind of plug them into a flight stand, but you can use some of those stands with the clips and stuff like that, and we'll see if we can grab a stand from somewhere. I don't know if I have one available, but we'll see what we got. And but yeah, just looks really nice. If you want to remove the hands, you just kind of pull those off and they pull off, and if you want to remove the faceplate, the hair pulls off right there. And then we can put on the different hair there. So that gives him his surprised hair. And then you can pull the face off too as well. One of the things that Figuarts does is they kind of change up the kind of connecting mechanism for the faces, so that way you can't mix and match from other figures or things like that. So only a few select that you can do that with, but yeah, very nice. So let's bring in the one that I really want to kind of compare them to. When you're thinking about this being I think I paid $65 or $70. That was before my discount for this, but here's Total Anime, and Total Anime's figure is $15.99 right now. You can probably find them on sale at Ross for like $12. But here's the two. This has more of a premium feel, but for $65 to $80 is that premium feel worth it, because you do still get extra accessories and stuff with this guy, some extra face plates, things like that. But you get a lot more here. But if you like the premium, if you can see him face to face, just take a look there. His face is this one's face is not as rounded as this one, but right now I'm telling you what, you can't go wrong with either one. This is for 15 bucks, you do get a lot with this guy. But this guy is going to give you, I say this is to display, this is to play right here. No comparison to the others, but we'll bring in the others just so that y'all can see. And so let's move this like so. Let's bring in a few of the others. We're going to bring in his other compadre. This is the Anime Heroes Deku. So you can kind of see from there. Let me bring this camera in just a little bit closer. So which one do you like better? Do we like Total Anime, which is this guy right here? Do we like Figure Arts, or do we like Anime Heroes? 20 bucks, 16 bucks, let's just call it 70 bucks there. So which one's for you? Which one's to play? Which one's to display? We got McFarlane. Let's bring him in. 5-inch. Let's scoot back. There we are for the 5-inch Mickey D's, Mickey Farland. There, and then the 7-inch McFarlane. Right, so there are your Dekus lined up in a row that we've got. So for me, the Figure Arts definitely wins hands down, but I think you can scale the Figure Arts with the Total Anime or the Anime Heroes one, and I think they would scale pretty well. Definitely not McFarlane. The McFarlane, when I picked him up for 20, 10, 20, 70, 15.99. So there we go. That's what the prices are. So let's do this. Let me go ahead and get him in some cool poses and give you some of my final thoughts on Izuku Midoriya. All right, back with my final thoughts on young Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia SH Figuarts. Here he is, probably the pose I am going to keep him in for right now. Just very, very cool. Love the outfit. Love the accessories that you get with him. My pros, he looks really, really good. Very good animation accurate. Lots of posability. Lots of things you can do with this, especially if you have a flight stand. You could really put him in some really, really cool poses on that. My cons, it's a big one. My copy, the hands, the ball joint that holds the hands comes apart. And so it comes apart real easy. Like if I just tap this hand right here, it would fall off. And so I got to keep it precariously there. So you'll notice in my shots that I have afterwards, I never change this hand after I get it changed once because it was just a pain in the butt. And so Figure Arts, that was a lose. I don't know why they made the ball joint thing where it just kind of clips in. It's a weird kind of mechanism that they did on that, which is not really, really good. And I do not like it. So when I pulled I'm very gentle. I kind of twist and pull on these hands. I don't heat it up or anything like that to loosen it up, but it just, I thought I broke it at first, but it was just the joint came apart. It was like came in half, and that's not good, especially if you plan on posing this a lot. But for 70 bucks, I expected more on that. So that's a big no-no. Maybe my copy is defective. Maybe the other ones are not like that, and my copy is just a bad copy. And so hopefully I can get do a return or exchange and maybe see if the other copies are like that or if not. But when you compare this one to this one here, so Total Anime and then SH Figuarts, again, this is the one to play with. Probably your desk figure. This is one you're going to keep posed. Now, they do have an accessory pack that's going to be coming out for this and Bakugo. That's going to have more of his like full cowling and his one for all effects and some like bam, boom, pow kind of effects and stuff like that. But is that something I want to get? Because I mean, you're paying extra for just some extra effects, and I don't know. I think I might, because it does come with some extra effects that go really, really great with Bakugo when he comes out. But overall, on a scale of good, bad, awesome, what holds this figure from being awesome is the hands, and I think it's going to be a good figure. If the hands did not do the thing that they did, I think this would be an awesome figure. This would be almost perfect. I think it'd be great, really, really, really good, and something you should add to your collection. I still think you should add it to your collection. I think if you're looking for a good Deku figure, this is the one to go with. If you're looking for a good cheap one, then go with the total anime one. But that's what I got to say about that. So if you want to pick them up, Utopia Toys and Models, 20% off on that. Kicks Generation Toys is another website I like to peruse on that, but use my reviewer code for Utopia Toys and Models, you can get 20% off of this. So that's all I got to say about him. So if you like this video, consider becoming a subscriber or even a member where you financially support this channel and all that it does. But subscribing does help. Thank you so much. So tune in next time when we do talk about something else, good, bad, or awesome. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. Go plus ultra.